Watching the world rise up in flames, seeking a light to guide the way. We gotta fight to save the day, counting on us to win the fray. Watching the world rise up in flames, seeking a light to guide the way. We gotta fight to save the day, counting on us to win the fray. Fighting the darkness all around, calling the soldiers, stand your ground. We are the chosen, we right into battle, we'll break through. Let's go.
I'm P Mars. I like the Flat Earth community. They're my friends. Why are Globers so mean to Flat Earthers? We need more love in this world. The Illuminati hate us.
Why do you bash women?
Because I blame.
Are you jealous you don't have a cunt to put out?
I blame the situation we are in more on women than men, and I've always disliked women. I don't know.
You don't know, but you've always disliked women.
Yeah, because I feel like they get special treatment in our society, and I don't like double standards.
That's what I mean. Are you jealous you don't have a cunt, mate?
I mean, I don't think so, because I have a kind of a girl that I'm hanging out with. I explained to her how women are all fucked up too, and she got all upset. It's funny. She tried to argue with me, but women, they're not very good at logic. They're better at, being barefoot in the kitchen, taking care of the babies, that sort of thing. So she kind of just got frustrated trying to discuss, important issues that are taking place in the world with me.
Your mindset is in the wrong decade, mate. I know women that could do things better than you could, probably.
What? Your roommate could do what?
I said I know women that could do things better than you, probably.
Yeah, no doubt.
And you're saying that they're just better at taking care of babies and being in the kitchen. Can you cook?
I mean, not like alright. I can cook alright. But
Maybe you've got some talent there, mate. Maybe you should just stay in the kitchen.
I like cooking. I think there's differences between men and women physically, physiologically. And men are just better suited at certain things. Our brains work differently. But society is controlled mainly through women. Women boss men around. Wives boss their husbands around. And yeah. Like, I think women should fuck 9/11 truthers and not military men. Like, that would be a start to making the world a better place. They want to like have relationships with psychopaths because that's what Hollywood brainwashed into them to be like attractive in a mate. Since the rulers are psychopaths and they want to like promote psychopathic tendencies in our society. So women gravitate towards men like that. And it's really like fucking things up.
How so?
Because there needs to be sort of a sense of normalcy to maintain a culture, and they want to change the culture, and it's not a good idea to change the culture so drastically like we have been doing. You know, we've gone from gay people weren't really accepted to now it's like okay for them to get married publicly and stuff, and that's not a good thing, because when you start to lose parts of your culture from the past, the income changes, and historically we know that the people who rule us and bring in the changes don't have our best interests in mind, and they've written books about their strategies and techniques to do all these things, and we see them implement them. And we know depopulation is part of their agenda, so we're headed toward a horrific future like Nazi Germany stuff.
That's a whole different can of worms to what we were first talking about, population.
Yeah, I mean, I'm harder on women because I think men follow women, like men, and women have control of the children, and the relationships between men and women. Like, men aren't perfect, like men are brainwashed and fucked up too, but I don't know, I guess I'm a jerk. I hold women more responsible. I think they have more power in our society. 22, 6,
Why? When you got state schools to blame for that, wouldn't you? The culture they're brought up with in schools now. Couldn't blame it on mum.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's some shallow views.
I'm probably kind of bitter. Like say, like I've noticed in group dynamics, like you'll be hanging out with like 4 guys, and everyone gets along, and then it's like you introduce a woman to the group, and then it becomes this competition for the guys to get the woman, and then jealousy, and it ruins friendships, and it's just like I've seen so much of that shit, and it's just I hate that.
Or wouldn't you have to blame men then for that? Obviously your mates thinking with their dick instead of their head. Yeah.
Well, I see women like manipulate men and take advantage of them, knowing that men do that, and that's not very nice. Like, maybe they'll try and get money or favors off a guy. I knew this one girl who was like banging the manager of our workplace and then she was stealing money out of the cash register. So she was basically just banging him to get in a position to steal money. And I knew one woman my friend worked with who she told a guy that she needed money for an abortion, and he instantly gave her the money, like no question, and she realized she could do that to like every guy she had sex with, and then she started just lying to guys and getting money for abortions that she wasn't even having. Yeah.
Alright, now that's fucked up.
I see, like men, you know, men pay for sex, women don't pay for sex. Like there's a difference in power there, and women take advantage of that, and I don't know, I just like, I think women could use that power for more good if they like tried to hook up with guys or reward guys that were trying to make a difference and make the world a better place. But you see like guys on death row get married and stuff because they're brainwashed to be attracted to these psychopaths.
You're saying be selective with the pussy, you're saying, mate.
Well, in World War, are you a UK or what?
No, I'm in Australia.
I can never tell the accent apart, but in the UK in World War I, there was a thing called the White Feather movement. I don't know if you heard me say this, but the spouses or partners of the men who didn't go fight in the war wore a white feather to shame them. So they'd wear a white feather on public and be like, my man is pussy, he won't go fight in the war.
Yeah, I know what a white feather means, mate. My grandfather got given one when he was 16, and he enrolled for the Vietnam War because of that.
So that was an instance where women tried to shame men to go to war, and like I just think, I don't know, like if you want world peace, like women shouldn't be sleeping with military men, you know, then there would be no one to fight these wars because men aren't gonna. I don't think men would be willing to fight a war if women weren't into the military men, and I don't know, all these soldiers get women pretty easy, I think, because I think there's like this brainwashing in it to.
So you reckon it's just they look more attractive because they have maybe a career and, you know,
Yeah.
they're going somewhere instead of, say, I don't know, someone that sits behind their computer and plays poker?
Yeah. Well, women are definitely brainwashed to not like poker. I've experienced that for sure. A lot of girls have left me because of my job, which is stupid because I make lots of money, but
What's your job, P-Mars?
playing poker.
You play professional poker, do you?
Yeah. Might have to transition to playing live though because these fucking computer AI bots are getting better and better.
Is it true you got more chances of winning online just because of the overhead cost? Like, you know, a normal casino would have electricity bills and all that sort of shit, yeah? Where they don't have those sort of overhead staff and all that thing online.
Yeah, I think the online casinos, that was a pretty slick deal where they could make a shitload of money without paying a lot of staff. I guess they have to pay technical support and people to program, stuff like that, but it's probably cheaper than compared to like a live casino. They have to pay for all the security and employees. The fuck, someone in the Twitch chat is talking about, I don't care that you broke your elbow. What the hell? How would someone know I broke my elbow? I broke my elbow when that was like 10 years ago. Weird. That's creepy. I have no.
Yeah, it's even creepier than you, man.
He just must have randomly said that. I don't think that person knows me. Weird.
So why were you so butthurt on listening to Discord the other day?
I get butthurt when I get banned.
Yeah. That's what I figured. You couldn't go in there and have a spit, so you were just having a whinge.
Yeah. I think it's bullshit.
Floodies aren't your friend, mate.
I don't really care. Apparently no one's your friend because those people were fucking very rude to me. In that Discord you're in, that's why I'm trolling the fuck out of them because they were fucking pretended to be my friend and then like stabbed me in the back and shit. So now I troll them.
What are you saying, Gem server?
Yeah, Gem Panda, he was a jerk to me. The main one was Rebel. She implied some strategy from like the 48 Laws of Power and how to overthrow the leader of a social circle and get everyone against me and cause a mutiny. And everyone just fell for her shit. Because she's very manipulative. She's a pillhead junkie. So she's probably spent a bunch of her life trying to manipulate everyone around her to get drugs. So she's really good at it. I'm not like that. But she convinced everyone to hate me. And they all just fell for it because they're fucking mindless. Weak-minded group thinkers. I'm not like that either. So they banned me. I don't know, cause what? Cause I think because they don't like arguing with me. I guess because I read books and they just sit on YouTube and don't do shit and they're idiots.
I think Rebel's very nice.
Of course. She's really, like, really manipulative people. They're charming. Psychopaths are charming. Ted Bundy was very charming.
Well, I talk to all them. Does that make me a psychopath?
No. I only say that about Rebel because I, like, know she's a junkie, and I've seen her be really manipulative, and she's, like, obsessed with her role and social status online because she has no life. Probably, like, burned a lot of bridges being a junkie. It's usually how it goes. So, like, online is all she really has, and she gets a fix online. Like, social media is like a drug, and she gets dopamine hits, you know, when she gets notifications and people talk to her and people compliment her and all that stuff. So she saw me as like a threat to her social media drug, and she had to remove me, and she manipulated the situation to get me out of there. And so I troll all those people, and that's the story. I don't really like Nathan and Riley, but I just go on there and suck their dicks just to piss those people off.
Yeah, I gathered that by the shit that you talk when you're on there.
I mean, I totally admit it, and they know that's what I'm doing, but it still probably annoys them, I bet. Cause they get annoyed by Nathan and Riley. Like, they should have let that shit go such a long time ago, and they're just like totally obsessed. It's kind of unhealthy, really. Like,
Yeah, well, it's quite funny, all the fucking lies and shit that are being added to this, man. I mean, have you been keeping up to date with the Flat Earth debate?
yeah, but what do you expect? Do you expect to change their minds with evidence? So, like, what's the point? And Jem says it all the time, that even engaging them in conversation is giving them credit. The best method would be to just ignore them.
Which is what's been happening.
Not really, though. You guys are obsessed with it.
Like I said, it's quite funny, all the bullshit that's been added into this.
Yeah, it's a good time.
The stories change around, even though Riley says that he's stuck to he's always maintained one position. He hasn't. He's flipped his story around several times. So, you know, they can talk all the shit they want, really, at this point, because no one really gives a fuck anymore. But, you know, everyone's over trying to tell them.
I'm pretty sure they're just having you guys all on. It's like a big joke to them.
Yeah, it is to Nathan anyway, that's for sure. He thinks it's a big fucking joke. He's just trying to get an audience, where Riley actually thinks he's doing something, I believe, which is just...
Riley's trying to bang bitches. Like, you got some girl, Karen P, Flat Earther, called him out on that. So it's like a social thing, right? So Nathan's doing it for, views and ad revenue or whatever, and then Riley's doing it to bang bitches. So it's just like a social thing. It's a community or whatever. They're just taking advantage of the community. So they don't like
Taking advantage of your friends, PMARS, or
They
the
don't-
flatties.
They don't care. They're not. I mean, the flat earthers are.
They're not your friend.
They're not very nice to me, man. So. I was in Sheeps and Neeps chat today, and I kept getting timed out. Antonio removed my wrench and banned me. Jamie's been nice to me lately, I guess.
Jamie Brown.
Yeah. But I mean, he'd still make fun of me. I've heard him make fun of me. So, I mean, I pretty much have no friends on the
You're
flat
talking
earth
about
community.
Jamie Brown?
Yeah. He does impressions of people. They're actually pretty good. I like his flat earth asshole.
Who?
Jamie Brown. He's actually really funny.
Yeah.
It's I
Jamie
never,
Brown's done impersonations, has he?
I would never have thought he was good at impersonations, but it's funny as fuck.
I haven't seen him.
It's weird. It's when he's doing impersonations, he it's like easier for him to talk or something. He talks quicker and stuff. It's funny. I think he just gets nervous speaking publicly, which is understandable. Public speaking is pretty nerve-wracking for many people, and I think everyone gets a little nervous doing it, and some people more so. I think he just gets nervous on his hangouts, so he gets. That's why he talks kind of slow. Maybe I'm
Since
wrong.
the Earth's flat, maybe he just is slow.
Yeah, maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. Ah, fuck, man. We're all in. Shit. Oh. Good luck. Good luck to us. We won! Sweet, wow. They didn't have the nuts one time.
You just went ahead.
Some guy opened before the flop, and I raised him, and then he re-raised me, and then I just shoved, and he folded. So I just took like
Very nice.
$17 there from him. I had queens, so I was just, if he had queens beat, I guess I was just fucked. I ain't gonna let these motherfuckers push me around. Are you Don Shredder? No, you're not. You're like the rig. You're your own. Are you your own person? The rig. I don't know who everyone is.
Hey?
Are you any other names, or you just go by the rig, or you got other names?
No, just the rig.
Okay. You kind of sound like Don Shredder to me a little bit. Not that I'm saying you are him. Just thought you
No,
might be.
Dawn Treader's from the UK.
Yeah, that's where I'm fucked on those accents. I'm not like a flat earther where I think everyone is trying to be someone they're not. Although there are a lot of sock accounts that are fake, right, obviously.
No, I'm not fake, man. If you go to my YouTube channel, I've got videos up too.
Yeah, I don't think you are. I'm just, like, everyone accuses everyone of being a fake. Like, when I first came onto the scene, I was accused of being someone else using a voice changer for forever.
Yeah, people have told me I'm A4, but I've been in chats with A4, so...
You don't sound like A4 at all to me. Even though I know you're both Australian. A4's got more of a high
Yeah, you
voice.
said nothing at all.
I never made it to Australia, but I lived in New Zealand for a couple of years.
Really?
Yeah, I was in Christchurch.
New Zealand's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Fuck, you lucky you got out of Christchurch before the earthquakes.
Yep. I left right at like maybe a year before that happened. Maybe less.
Yeah. Joint's fucked now.
Yeah, that sucks. It was really pretty when I was there.
The whole town centre's just fucking crumbled, man.
The town center was really pretty, old school shit when I was there.
Yeah. It's all fucked now. A lot of it they thought they were going to be able to repair, but it was just too far gone. Like, I think the only thing that was really badly damaged was the church in the town centre there. I can't remember what it's called, but they've managed to fucking save that, and it was pretty much to the ground, you know. So
a lot of people died when the buildings falling on them.
yeah. I told you this could turn into a conversation. I got halfway there.
Do you believe in any conspiracies?
Yeah, 9/11.
Yeah, that's what I started on.
9/11's bullshit. But apart from that, not really.
I was getting ready for college when that happened, and obviously I didn't go to school that day. And then I got obsessed with figuring out what the hell happened, like why did they attack us and all that. Did I just call here? Just... Did I just call here? Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm the best, man. Oh, I just won 116. Oh man, I played that guy like a fucking fiddle. Fucking little bitch. What the fuck are you doing? What a moron. Oh shit, my Twitch symbol is the Baphomet. Everyone's gonna know I'm a show. They lie. Oh my god, the Isle of Man was the topic today. Wow. I'm so sick of that shit. Oh my god. How can they talk about the Isle of Man that much? Just because I guess it's because they only evidence they can verify themselves and ad hoc ad infinitum.
It's quite funny all that, because I've got a better situation where I am. I can see a city that's across a bay that's actually 58 miles away from me. And they were only claiming 51 or something.
Are you high up in elevation?
You know what I mean? Hey?
Are you high up in elevation?
I can go down to the beach here and look across the beach and see it. And there's also a cliff,
that doesn't
which
sound possible.
well, it is. I can see it, so.
Okay, so Google says the horizon at sea level is 2.9 miles. Oh, is it? That's with your eyes on the
I can
ground.
see that. I can see the top of a city that's 58 miles away.
Oh, I think that's if your eyes on the ground. I think if you're standing on a 30-meter hill, it says you can see 12 miles away. So I don't know how you... I know that the limit of our eyes in the atmosphere is about 60 miles. So that would be possible to see that far if you were on a hill, I think. So I don't know how you're seeing that, but that's crazy.
Yeah, I can see it on a hill, and I can go down to sea level, and be standing on the beach and still see it. You know, granted, there might be a little bit less of it at the bottom. It may have sunken down a little bit, but not much. I could take photos and they pretty much look identical.
I think that's better flat Earth evidence than Riley has, if that's true. You better not tell him about
Fucking looming hyena.
They asked me what do I think we're seeing when we see on Nathan's Isle of Man. I try to completely tune out of that whole conversation. I guess I'll answer him in text. I really, those arguments of seeing shit in the distance are so horrible. I can't stand listening to that shit, so I try not to. Dude, did you see Jeranism was in my chat? What the fuck? Wow.
Yeah, I did.
I thought it was a
what the fuck?
I thought it was a troll account.
Yeah, so did I. It was actually him.
I wasn't even gonna check it, and then someone said that's really him. I was like, no way, and I checked it.
Yeah, fucking nice. It's the real jism.
Why would he come to? And he thought I was a flat earther. Like, what the hell? He's like, so you're not on the, you're back on the ball.
Yeah, well,
I'm like, what? He doesn't even know who I am, I guess.
I suppose you've probably confused a lot of people, mate.
Yeah, I don't think Jaren stays up to date on the Hangout drama, I guess. He doesn't care about that shit, he just does his videos and collects the money.
Pretty much.
Maybe he saw one of my videos and saw I talk about how I talk about books, and he wanted to like collab with me and steal my research for his benefit or something. He wanted to like leech off me.
Einstein and Tesla.
Nathan asked to collab with me one time, and I told him to fuck off, but now I'm pretty much collabing with him. Just to troll these people.
With who you broke up, man?
Oh, sorry. Nathan asked me to collab with him one time, and I told him no.
Nathan did.
Yeah. This was before he started doing his Flat Earth debate show. And now I'm collabing with him anyways, I guess, just to troll those people. So it's kind of funny how that worked out. Because I hate Nathan and Riley, and like, it kind of sucks having to help them to piss people off.
It's more funny from the Glover sort of side as well, because it's just like you're infiltrating the show just to talk shit anyway. So, like you're just wasting their time as well, man. I find the whole thing fucking hilarious.
Well, when they talk about the Isle of Man for a month, I think they got plenty of time I can waste. They need some other topics desperately, even if it's just talking shit.
I don't like a topic change.
They get back to the Isle.
Unless you're a newbie, it's the Isle of Man or nothing.
I guess they feel like they've had some sort of victory, so they just want to gloat about it forever, because it's never, like, they never have victories. That was funny. Did you watch Hot Potatoes tonight? Nathan kept saying how this what's that guy's name? Veach or something? He was saying one of these guys was Antichrist. And When he said Antichrist, I could see Patricia sort of had a cringy look in her face. Like, I could tell she didn't really like Nathan using that terminology. Oh, sick. We just turned the naughty boy. Give me that value.
So, what did you say about M. Scott Veach?
Nathan was calling him the Antichrist on a show or something, and it got brought up in the chat on Patricia's show tonight.
Oh, really?
And when Nathan would talk, kept saying it, like he said Antichrist 4 or 5 times, and when he would say Antichrist, it looked like it bothered Patricia. I don't know. I noticed something in the way she moved her jaw that I thought she was kind of like mad that he was saying Antichrist. I could be wrong. I'm not an expert in body language or anything, but I got the impression that she didn't like that.
It's quite easy to tell when she's uncomfortable.
True. It makes sense that she wouldn't like someone talking about calling someone an Antichrist, because she likes to have this nice, friendly platform that's...
Yeah, she's an interviewer. She doesn't give her real opinion.
Because once you start talking about Antichrist and religion, then you become divisive and you're gonna offend someone in your audience, and she doesn't... So she's trying to avoid that, but Nathan kept bringing up Antichrist. Like, she's trying to stay away from it, I think, you know.
Nathan's creepy, man.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with that guy.
Yeah. He's a bit odd.
More than odd. Yeah, what he was saying to M. Scott Veach was fucking way below the belt about his father and that, and then even went on to make a video about that whole conversation and Scott's replies in the chat as well. I mean, how fucking low do you want to go?
What was his father, an astronaut or something?
Yeah, something like that. I don't really want to tell the story, to be honest. You're streaming this conversation, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't know what Nathan said, I guess. I don't really watch. I just know he called him an Antichrist tonight. I saw that.
Yeah, it's fucking below the belt anyway. Nathan's a dog for that.
There was someone last year calling me an Antichrist, or specifically they said I had the spirit of the Antichrist, which I thought was pretty funny. When I was trolling Flat Earth streams.
That is pretty funny.
Probably did have the spirit of the Antichrist within me. I was drinking a lot.
Yeah, I watched about 5 minutes of you talking shit the other week, talking about alcohol and how the government uses all these drugs to dumb us down and all that sort of shit, how the CIA imports drugs and all that sort of crap. But then you were sitting there having a beer.
Yeah.
I thought that was a ripper. You gave me a laugh there for a minute, so...
I believe I'm practicing this like moderation thing where I try not to drink, but every once in a while I'll give myself a reward. I only drank 2 beers.
So
and
a couple
shot.
of beers is the reward.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like drinking when I'm on Hangouts and talking to people, so I was doing a lot of Hangouts last year and I started drinking a shitload. It's pretty fun, but I need to be able to have fun without drinking and do Hangouts without drinking too.
You drinking now?
No, I'm smoking weed though. I'm gonna try and quit smoking weed. Probably starting tomorrow. I'm about to run out. We'll see how that goes.
I'm smoking weed too.
I figure I'll just quit buying it, and if it's around, I'd still smoke it. But then I don't know, if I get really desperate, maybe I'll buy an eighth or something. I don't know.
Eighth.
Yeah. Oh, in New Zealand, we'd buy a tinny for $20. They called it. They just wrapped the shit in aluminum foil.
Yep.
It's some pretty good weed in New Zealand.
Yeah, we got some pretty good weed here too, man. You guys in the States are fucking pretty lucky with the distilleries and all that sort of shit, yeah.
Yeah. Since this became legal, the weed has gotten so much better. When I was in high school, it was like dirt shit weed, you know?
Yeah, I've been told that by a few people.
It's such a big market.
Like
everyone smokes weed, so there's like importing it from the good places now. Because the better quality, right, it sells faster.
Yeah.
And for more money. I watched a documentary on drugs yesterday. They're interviewing drug dealers who are wearing masks and all that. And he was saying that with the economy the way it is, this is the business to get in. I mean, honestly, it's really, they make a shitload of money. Like, if you want to make a shitload of money, it is the business to be in. But
sure is.
it comes with a lot of high risk, high rewards stuff. I've never wanted to sell drugs or anything like that. I've never sold drugs. Unless, like, my friend was like, gave me $5 for a little bud or something like that. Maybe I'd do that, but I never tried to make money or anything. The people I knew that tried to sell drugs and make money, most of them got busted. It's such a headache too, dealing with people. It's not an easy job. Gotta deal
Depends how you go about it.
Dealing with fiends too is the worst if you're dealing like crack and heroin and shit. So like, I don't get why everyone wants to live in a big city. I just think a big city is full of a bunch of drug addicts. I'd rather live in a small city. In a big city, I'd be thinking like everyone driving their cars like all cracked out all the time. I wouldn't know.
Alright, I gotta go, dude. I'll fucking speak to you some other time, I guess.
Okay, cool, man. See you later.
Alright, take it easy.
Shit. Actually, I'm gonna